Hey there, Kenneth French of Vast Voice, telling business secrets to entrepreneurs. We're very, very happy you stopped by. Either you're going to watch this or listen to this because you want to take your business to the next level. You're probably an entrepreneur who's either just starting out or you've been around for quite a while and you want to take your business to the next level. You're probably a real estate investor, maybe even a real estate agent, maybe a professional or of some sort, professional advisor of some sort. And well, you are stopping by because you need some valuable advice from one of the top industry leaders there is. Anyway, thank you very much. Once again, Kenneth French, Vast Voice, telling business secrets to entrepreneurs. Really glad you stopped by.
I'm going to give you very specific ideas of how to get involved and learn about AI, artificial intelligence, to make you money, the entrepreneur. Hey there, Kenneth French with vastsolutionsgroup.com. We've been doing AI for years. 2018, we had our own model. We really started researching it in 2010. I had a friend call me just a couple of days ago, and he said, hey, I need some help. And then he emailed me. He said, specifically, I want you to walk me through what you suggest for me to be able to get up and going. He works at Microsoft, which is a little funny, by the way. Anyway, all right, this is what I told him. And I'm going to tell you the exact same thing I told him. Exactly. Basically verbatim. Okay. So you probably know, again, Kenneth French, been doing artificial intelligence for years, lowering tax liability, using it for finance. AI is just it. It is the end all be all. I know it sounds crazy, but I really do believe that it's going to help a lot of business owners. And if you're not using it, you're going to be it's a far gone conclusion that you're not going to be able to make any money going forward. That's almost a promise. You have to use it, just like you adopted email. Well, now you're going to have to adopt artificial intelligence. Okay, this is what I said. In general, 5 hours a week or 1 hour a day for the business days, use an artificial intelligence large language model, and I'll define that a little bit. So take 5, I don't care what it is. Let's say it's right when you wake up, right from work. I know it's crazy, but it will net you, I promise you. Right when you wake up, as an example, or whenever you can during the day, pick 1 hour and use, as an example, what I told him, use Gemini, which is a Google product, right? It's a large language model. Put your prompt in, if you will. Then you get the output that hopefully will help you to learn about artificial intelligence. So meaning take your first step by asking the model what you need to do to learn that specific model. Okay. Anyway, basically what I'm saying is ask artificial intelligence to teach you. So that's day 1. Then I would say day 2, or the second day of the week, use another model. Each one's kind of different. Long story as to why. Each one's kind of different. So I said to him, use ChatGPT, which is OpenAI's large language model. So take an hour a day. Now build on what you learned in the first day with Google, with Gemini, right? So in the second day, now you've learned a new model, plus you've taken a step up in your learning. Now, third day, use Meta or Facebook, their model. So now you're one step further up the value chain as far as learning artificial intelligence. And basically, what I'm suggesting is use artificial intelligence to teach you artificial intelligence, right? You're going to get used to it. If you're doing it, an hour a day during the business week, you're going to learn a heck of a lot more than, trying to read it from a book or whatever the case is. By the way, reading it from a book won't work because LLMs, large language models, AI is changing on an hour by hour basis, seemingly. And then I said 4, use X or Elon Musk's Twitter, if you will. So now that's the day 4. You've spent 4 hours that week, or in this case, in the first week, learning about artificial intelligence, and you're learning because you're going to be using it on an hourly basis for an hour a day. And then finally, I said use Claude, Anthropic's LLM. So now in that first week, it's going to blow you away how much you're going to learn. That's 5 hours. That's more than most people have used artificial intelligence to teach themselves. I know it's a little crazy, but what I'm saying is, and I'm promising you, you will have exponential growth on an ongoing basis. Plus, you're going to learn the intricacies of each different model. We use each different model, by the way. Now, the second thing I told him, he really liked this. I said, what you really should do is sponsor a meetup for people in your department or your friends, or email a number of people in your small circle of work, let's just say, and hey, do some research together. right? Do some research as it relates to artificial intelligence, or even more to the point, if you can research, maybe let's say you've taken 3 weeks of research, you're going to know more than most, right? So then you could be kind of the go-to person in your friend group, in your industry, in your department, or whatever the case is. So let's review. First, day one, what did I say? Use Gemini as an example, or one of them. I just said, because we used mainly Gemini as a starting off point. Long story, I won't go into it. So anyway, then day 2, use another model. Day 3, use another model. Day 4, and then day 5. You're going to have the LLMs teach you how to do artificial intelligence. Now, the quicker you get on this, let's say you get on it next week as an example, or the week after, the better it'll be. Okay. So anyway, so now we're going into the fact that you've sat down for at least, let's just say, maybe, who knows, 2 weeks, whatever the case is, getting your friends together for a meetup. So you've done 2 things, the 1 hour a day, and then the meetup. Hopefully, by the way, you're doing that meetup once a month. Okay. But anyway, if you're still spending an hour a day and you're having the models teach you about artificial intelligence, you'll get used to using each one. You'll get used to, you'll learn about artificial intelligence. There's no way. Plus, by the way, you're going to figure out business automation. And that's the big thing for us. That's how it's helped us. Because everything, well, not as much as it should be, but pretty much everything is automated for our business, right? And even sometimes, even customer service to a certain extent, because it frees us up to be more creative internally here at vastsolutionsgroup.com. All right. And then the third thing I said, and I've been saying this a long time, you can go to a conference, an industry conference. And by the way, who knows? Maybe because you're spending an hour a day and doing a meetup, who knows? Maybe you're going to be invited to be the speaker at one of those conferences. If you're a thought leader, I'm not saying that's going to happen right off the bat, but if you're doing the work to become a thought leader, you never know. Maybe you will actually be a thought leader. But I guess what I'm saying is, the more you know, the more people will come to you as far as artificial intelligence. Also, the more you'll learn and be able to use it in your business. If you're not using it in your business as an entrepreneur, that's the people who would be listening and watching this, you're going to get lost. You're just going to get lost in the shuffle. It was funny. I was just reading something about this guy who doesn't know anything about artificial intelligence. I know he's not spending very much time on it. He had supposedly 300 people at one of his online meetups. So, I mean, I hope that he actually helped them to halfway understand what about artificial intelligence. But I guess what I'm saying is those 3 things, as I told my buddy, will help him to become the industry leader, the community leader, or whatever the case is as far as artificial intelligence. So I'm going to review. Do an hour a week in, hour a day, artificial intelligence. I would diversify your model so you'll learn each model. Have it teach you how to deploy, to utilize, become an expert in artificial intelligence by using LLMs. And then sponsor a meetup. By the way, I don't even care if the meetup's just getting coffee, as an example, getting tea, or who knows, maybe it's going to be a big meetup. Maybe, who knows, maybe it's going to end up being whatever, 20, 30, 50 people. I don't know, whatever the case is. If you're the kind of the thought leader in that community or you're in friend group, good things will happen. And then finally, go to a big time conference, hear what the national, international, or the scholars really are saying about artificial intelligence. By the way, the reason I'm saying scholars, because there's a lot more to artificial intelligence than just what you're seeing in the marketplace. There's a lot of what they call wraps. People are putting their brand on one of the LLMs as an example. I would say that's not enough. You need more than that. And some of the scholars that are out there, some of the people who have been in artificial intelligence or what's called machine learning for a long time, those people have a better perspective on artificial intelligence in general. Does that make sense? So 3 things, those 3 vital elements, I know are going to help him. And I know that basically those things have helped us, to be more than blunt, because we're ahead of the curve as it relates to artificial intelligence as a means to lowering tax liability for business owners, or really for us, or specifically in a big way, it's helped our business to become more efficient, to be able to take care of more clients, or clients at a better cost point, mainly because we're using artificial intelligence. We are, our models called Einstein. It's helped us to lower costs, to be more efficient, to help more people, to be more creative, as a way to help expand our business. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about us, by the way, vastsolutionsgroup.com. You probably know from hearing, listening, and watching, we do tax, finance, and artificial intelligence to lower tax liability for business owners. By the way, also we do some commercial property finance. And we're it's really a tech play if you really think about it. We're trying to bring, and no, not we're trying to, we are bringing old school business into the new world of technology, that being artificial intelligence. Because you've stayed here, we really appreciate it. This is our way of saying thank you. If you email info@vastsolutionsgroup.com, info@vastsolutionsgroup.com, copy of my book, The Entrepreneur's Manifesto, a collection of smart financial advice, I will mail you, not me, I like to take credit, but I don't do it. My staff, we will mail you this book free, FREE. I love saying that, free, right? Thank you for spending the time here. Hopefully in some way this is maybe a little bit of a cheat sheet of getting going in artificial intelligence to expand your business. I don't care if you're a real estate investor. I don't care if you're a real estate agent. I don't care if you're a crypto trader. I'm sure artificial intelligence can help you. And as I've mentioned, if you're not deploying it, you're going to have some issues going forward. Once again, Kenneth French, vastsolutionsgroup.com. Email me for the emails for the book, info@vastsolutionsgroup.com. Thank you for taking the time to listen and watch this. Really appreciate it.